following problem asks you to solve the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. Per usual, we write out the quadratic formula to start with just to make sure we don't make any mistakes, especially that plus or minus. It's a common thing to leave that plus or minus off. Remember, it's negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. We get the a, b's, and c's from ax squared plus bx plus c. So that means our answer has to be equal to 0. We can't use this until it's equal to 0. So for our problem, we need to solve for 0. Well, to do that, we need to get everything off the right side, so we're going to add 9 to both sides. So it's going to give us x squared plus 6x plus 9, which allows us to have equal 0, which is what we need to be able to use the quadratic formula. So our a is 1. Remember, anytime you got nothing in front of a variable, it's like having a coefficient of 1. Our b is 6, and our c is 9, because those are what are in front of the x, and then what's the number. Now we go back and we plug in those numbers into the quadratic formula. So it's going to be a negative 6 plus or minus the square root of, well, it's going to be 6 squared because we got a b squared, so it's going to be 6 squared, minus 4, and then times a, which is 1, and c, which is 9. And then that's all over 2a, which is 2 times 1. We like it when a is 1 because it leaves us a small number in the denominator. So that's going to give us x equals a negative 6 plus or minus, well, 6 squared is 36. And then you have 4 times 1 times 9, which is also 36, which you might notice it gives us something interesting. Because 36 minus 36 is 0. So inside the square root we have 0. Well, the square root of 0 is 0. So we're not adding or subtracting anything to that negative 6. So it's plus or minus 0 all over 2. Well, the plus or minus 0 goes away, so you're just left with negative 6 over 2, which equals negative 3. There is no other answer, and it's because this is a perfect square. So the answer is just x equals